Hello everyone, and we are back with another Omnibus unwrapping that we got super duper early. This is one that I've been very excited about. It is the completion of the, let's just say the House of M trilogy. It goes House of M Companion, and then we have the Decimation Omnibus. So what is Decimation? Decimation is when we get back from the House of M universe. Scarlet Witch has said no more mutants, and there are only 198 mutants left on the entire planet. Now, this was a really important story at the time because back then, the editor-in-chief at the time, Joe Quesada, had two things that he wanted to do for the Marvel Universe. Number one was get rid of the Spider-Man marriage. The less said about that, the better. The second one is that he thought there were way too many mutants in the Marvel Universe for them to be special anymore, so he wanted to make them more unique. Hence, no more mutants, and hence only 198 of them existed. It wasn't well received at the time, and I remember coming out of it back then quite, how should I put it? I thought there was a lot of lost potential. So now as an adult going back and rereading this, I was really looking forward to it. I have recently just finished reading every single book in this, and there are some really good standouts. A lot of storyline introductions that don't really go anywhere, and a few duds. But I'll get into that when I'm doing the unwrapping. So this collects the main issue of House of M that you wanted to read, which was House of M issue 8, which was the No More Mutants issue. We get Decimation House of M the day after one shot. We get X-Men 177 to 179, the new X-Men run that takes place after it, the absolutely incredible first 4 issues of X Factor by Peter David, Generation M, which was terrible, Son of M, which is Quicksilver's journey through the Marvel Universe as a depowered mutant, which is a masterpiece, almost worth this entire book just for that one storyline. X-Men 198 miniseries focusing on a few of the different characters that have their powers. Sentinel Squad, which was terrible. The new Avengers run that deals with it. An X-Men Unlimited issue, and a really good X-Men Files issue. Let's unwrap this and see what I actually think. I chose the Salvador LaRocca cover for this one. I think it's a pretty nice cover. Let's have a look. I had to pre-rip it a little bit because the binding was extremely tight on this plastic. Let's take it off. Man, that is tight. All right, there we go. Now, let's have a look. I like the slipcase. Got the 198 flag there, and of course, the unthinkable has happened. Just flip it over to the back. What have we got? And the creators on the other side there. Yeah, pretty good. Gives them all a bit of a shout out. Brian Michael Bendis is the primary writer. Oh, because of House of M. Peter David, David Hine, Paul Jenkins, Craig Kyle, John Layman, Peter Milligan, Christopher Yost, Ramon Bachs, Mark Brooks, Salvador LaRocca, Aaron Lopresti, Roy Martinez, and Jim Munez. Nice. Let's have a look. Okay, getting rid of the terrible dust jacket that I hate, and I'm not a fan of that at all. It's just, they've chosen a weird cover, if you ask me. The new Avengers, the new X-Men run isn't the iconic one that's in this collection, so it's kind of odd choice to put this as the wraparound. Let's have a look. What do we start off with? Clearly we have to start off with House of M issue 8. We do, some nice Copiel artwork on there. If you've never read House of M, I highly recommend it, and you kind of have to read it in relation to reading this omnibus as well. Otherwise it won't make much sense. Oh, okay. It doesn't actually reprint the entire issue, does it? Doesn't look like it does, no. Which is fine, it looks like it's only reprinting the stuff that matters. Do we get the No More Mutants line? Or has it already happened? Oh, it's already happened. That's cool. I'm assuming that they reprinted the stuff that matters. Let's have a look here. So this is the Decimation House of M the day after one shot by Claremont. This is where we first work out which mutants have their powers and which ones don't. Poor Blob, he doesn't have his powers. This was an alright story. If you like Claremont stuff, it's pretty wordy. It works though. Shockingly enough, most of the main X-Men keep their powers, because what kind of X-Men title would there be without Storm or Cyclops or Rogue? Rogue would have been an interesting one to lose their powers. So then we go straight into the X-Men run with the Roker artwork. This was a pretty good storyline, but like I mentioned previously, it doesn't really wrap anything up. It's just kind of a starting point. We have a bunch of humans that are after the mutants because they are somewhat depowered. And we have a bunch of government workers inside Sentinels, much like an Iron Man suit of armor, who have been assigned to protect the X-Men from the humans attacking the mansion. And they play a pivotal role through this entire storyline. More guessing in this, who actually has their powers and who doesn't. And they did a really good job of us trying to guess is Polaris or Iceman without their powers. It was really good. Followed up with the new X-Men run. I highly enjoyed this one. Once again, my only complaint about it was the fact that it doesn't end. It just leads into the next issues. It was called Childhood Ends, with some really good Mark Brooks artwork on this, who is still doing a lot of the Marvel comics today. Jump forward to the next one. Let's keep going. What's this one here? This is Generation M. Each big crossover, they do a sort of newspaper, like Life on the Streets type story. This is their version of that one there. This one wasn't too good. I didn't really like this one here. Then we jump forward to more of the same. Notice that they changed artists, I think, throughout. I might be wrong. If you like the Civil War storyline, you'll like this one here. What was it called again? Civil War Frontline. You'll like this one here, but honestly, you can give it a miss. Skipping through. The 198 miniseries. This was pretty good. It just focused on different mutants that had lost their powers throughout. It was all right. I like that they're getting these ones out of the way first though, because like I said previously, they're nothing much to write home about. Because that means we're going to get to the good stuff, which is X Factor by Peter David, the return of the Mutant Investigation Service. This was amazing. The entire run of this, if this is a nice little taste test for getting the 2 omnibuses that will eventually come out, reprinting all of this run, highly recommend it. It was an amazing story. It's only the first 4 issues though, which kind of sucks, but that's about Jamie Madrox bringing X Factor back together in an investigation with Layla Miller. Very good. So it is the first 4 issues, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. Because then we jump to the absolutely brilliant Son of M, featuring Quicksilver losing his powers and trying to do everything that you would expect Quicksilver to get his powers back with, including manipulating the Inhumans, talking to Magneto, you name it. It is so good. I'm just going to flip through it quickly though, because if you've never read it before, I don't want to spoil anything, but this is the bee's knees, this one here. What is this one here? That looks like it is... the New Avengers run. The New Avengers run was pretty good. It was mainly just a shorter story dealing with Alpha Flight. I liked it, but you can miss that one. Look at that, Carol Danvers. Really good artwork on it though. Deodato Jr. does the rest of it. Yeah, fantastic. And then we have Sentinel Squad 1. This is the one you can miss. This is just a random story about the people behind the Sentinels that are looking after the X-Men and trying to protect them. So I'm going to flip forward through that one there. And is that how it ends? X-Men Unlimited, a random story. I never read that one. Nice artwork though. And as mentioned, the one-shot guide letting you know where everyone who has powers has ended up. If they have powers, if they don't have powers. It doesn't list the entire 198, but it lists enough that you can kind of get a gist of it, and it leaves out enough too that there's a bit of mystery still remaining. Let's have a look at the extras. Okay, we get some of the covers, the variant covers, not many. Just a few random sketches, and that's it. Wow, 0 extras. I don't know what extras they could have included, but 0 extras, so yeah. Look, it's all right. All right, so after looking forward to this book for so long, did it live up to my expectations, or did I come out of it feeling the same way I did way back when I was a wee little teenager? So, yeah, no, I feel exactly the same. Back then, I remember it feeling really disjointed and there was no real focus for the entire storyline. I kind of feel the same now. Each individual story I did like even the new X-Men run that they include in the X-Men run, I thought it was actually a good start, but because nothing actually had an ending except for the Son of M miniseries and the X-Men 198 miniseries, it was like more of a sampler trade paperback or omnibus than a full complete story. I really recommend it if you want to complete your House of M trilogy, but on the whole, you can give this one a miss, unfortunately. The extras in it, what extras? There weren't really that many in it considering the size. Yeah, look, you can give this one a miss if you want to get away from that period. I do wish that they did include the Messiah Complex storyline because that kind of does cap off the whole Decimation storyline because it finally brings back a mutant. That would have been cool, but they might do another omnibus with that one in it. Knowing Marvel, they probably will. So I'm going to definitely give this one away. If you want to win this one, you can win it by letting us know in the comments which mutant you would like to see depowered today. That will be how you can win that competition. And we will let you know in the next episode who actually won. A couple of episodes ago, we decided to get rid of the X-Force by Rob Liefeld Volume 1 Omnibus, and Remy just randomly drew the winner. I have it on my phone. So if you are Chapman35, congratulations, you have won the X-Force Omnibus. Everyone give him a round of applause. Very good. Contact us please via email over at sales@comicsetc.com.au and we will get that omnibus out to you ASAP. Thank you very much.